So you've come. I'm glad to see you. Captain Brandt has already apprised me of your proposal, a full-scale evacuation of the citizenry. Truth be told, I had reached the same conclusion. So long as we cower within these walls, we must live in fear of going the way of Melve. My ministers have approved the plans, and I have petitioned the encampment survivors and the Thieves' Guild for aid. The only remaining obstacle is my mother. She has set herself stubbornly against any such flight. I have tried to make her see reason, but of late she has taken to shutting herself in her chambers. However, I fear that my position permits me to entertain her fancy no longer. I must put the needs of the common folk before her selfish whims. Now, there are a few matters I must attend to before we can evacuate, and I would fain welcome your assistance. We will require several ox carts to carry the sick and aged out of the city. Might I prevail upon you to petition the merchant at the ox cart station in the west of the city for their use? You may assure him that the Royal Treasury will foot any and all expenses.
So tired. I'd kip just about anyway.
Queen Regent Disa hardly leaves her chambers, and all her meals come back scarcely touched. Between you and me, I fear for her health. Have you come to claim my life, Arisen? Well, far be it from me to deny you. But I shall go to the grave with a smile on my lips, for I have no regrets. All I did for my darling son. So do as you will. I have no intention of begging for mercy. What are you doing? Unhand me at once! Guards! Help me!
You have brought Mother to me, I see. My thanks, friend. You have done me a great service.
Sven.
You may leave us. Now that we can speak without a door twixt us, I am confident that I can persuade her. This was in Mother's room. I did wonder where it had gotten off to, but why would she... Mother, I must beg your forgiveness. I believed that you desired to make me sovereign solely for your own benefit. Yet in truth, you sought to better the lot of our people.
Ah, but I would have benefited. And handsomely at that. Besides, I cannot deny that I was proud. I wished to see my own son on the throne, and no other.
Even so, I cannot help but feel that all of this could have been avoided. Had I only been more attentive, if I had but better known your heart, I could have shared in your burdens. You would not have had to suffer alone, and perhaps together, we could have walked a better path.
Oh, Sven.
Mother, I beg you, join the evacuation. You need not fall with this city. I would not see you take your crimes wholly on your own shoulders. That weight is as much mine to bear as 'tis yours.
My son, you truly would make a fine and goodly ruler. Your kindness will save many lives. Of that I have no doubt.
Naught compares to a real vow. So tired. I've barely the vim to tie my boots.
said peace and I forget science cultivates wisdom. I'll train for this. I'd sooner stay out of that.
Be gone with you, ruffian. These carts are mine. I paid good gold for them. And if you think I'll surrender a single one, you'd best think again. I require the use of all of them to transport my wealth to safety. Fine. What are you doing? Put that away. No, spare me. I pray you. I fear for my life.
Crowds are troublesome.
Well, reckon he won't be coming back here in a hurry. As a matter of fact, I'd like to thank you for that. It didn't sit right, see? Having my wares claimed by some puffed-up minister trying to save his own skin. Anyhow, as long as I've got my gold, who takes the carts is no concern of mine. And if that craven comes crawling back, I'll tell him bandits took them.
Minister Allard has fled, and good riddance. I doubt there ever was a more cravenly character in all Vermund.
Right you are.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
When does my watch end?
Mother, I must beg your forgiveness. I believed that you desired to make me sovereign solely for your own benefit. Yet in truth, you sought to better the lot of our people.
Ah, but I would have benefited. And handsomely at that. Besides, I cannot deny that I was proud. I wished to see my own son on the throne, and no other.
Even so, I cannot help but feel that all of this could have been avoided, had I only been more attentive. If I had but better known your heart, I could have shared in your burdens. You would not have had to suffer alone, and perhaps together we could have walked a better path.
Oh, Sven.
Mother, I beg you, join the evacuation. You need not fall with this city. I would not see you take your crimes wholly on your own shoulders. That weight is as much mine to bear as 'tis yours.
My son, you truly would make a fine and goodly ruler. Your kindness will save many lives. Of that I have no doubt.
Ah, you've returned. How fares your procurement of those carts? You do? My thanks. That puts paid to the last of our preparations. I will inform the citizenry forthwith.
I can't stomach places like this.
I only pray my watch finishes without incident.
If I see that rat again,
I'd sooner stay out of battle. Where
this patrolling does a number on my shoulders.
Minute now. Presume to confound me, do you?
How fare you, friend? Would you be so kind as to hear my request? A pity.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
Need anything? Many thanks.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
You have my fullest confidence. There is a matter I would entrust to you alone. That is a pity.
While you're here, eh?
Can't put a price on.
I would have us save as many lives as we can.
We ought to choose our next destination based on the movements of the clouds.
Since times of... Remember, draconic blood...
flows through the veins of lesser drakes.
Then I bid ye farewell.
Well, there's always demand for weapons, particularly near the... border where quarrels occur every other. Day. Always a pleasure.
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste. Fine, Slayer skill.
Think nothing of it.
Aptly said. These fiends will resurrect so long as their souls remain intact. But fear not, I shall gladly smash every last one. Prevailed by the skin of our teeth.
What fails to destroy us only enhances our chances against future adversity.
If we mastered that attack, we would be invincible. Come to think of it, some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service.
Fascinating.
monster seems to have dropped something. I shall pin the fiend in place!
Splendid.
Have you forgotten something, Arisen? You're looking rather lost. Well aimed right where it hurts.
Ensure your next attack is no less purposeful. Fall back, and I will heal you with my magic. Wait right there. The fire must be put out ere our comrade burns.
Would seem our fight is not yet done.
We fight. To arms.
Is easily done. Come to think of it, the pawns in this party are women all.
And yet, no two of us are the same.
My sword strikes true! This world shall not survive much longer, I fear.
Is there nothing else to be done? There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above. Now here's aught of interest. A ballista.
This could grant us an edge in battle, if we use it well. Some of us get complacent.
The Battalion Knights use this place to train. You're not one of us, so I cannot imagine you've any business being here. Pray, leave us in peace. Oh? You believe we ought to evacuate? Well, you've traveled far indeed to deliver these tidings. Farther, I dare say, than anyone would go for the sake of an idle jest. If we must leave, we shall have to begin preparations at once. But I think we're a bit short on hands to attend to all that must be done. In fact, there's a rather delicate matter that I could use some help with. A blacksmith and his wife dwell on the encampment outskirts. Might you escort them here, so that they can join the evacuation? The smith, Gustava, is a man of good sense, but as for his wife... Well, suffice to say, Cleuna has always been a contentious sort. She'd have naught to do with us, given the choice, and isn't likely to take kindly to the arrival of any of my knights on her doorstep. I can only hope that she will be more willing to listen to you, a third party, as 'twere. And while you're taking care of that, I will see to it that the encampment is made ready to depart with all due haste.
I remember the blacksmith and his lady wife well. I only hope we can convince them to join the evacuation.
I suppose 'tis so.
You're no soldier. I'd not recommend camping. You'll awake neath a blanket of ash. I can give you a... Roof over your head, at least. Always a pleasure.
Some battles. They can't be wrong. At least I can go.
Lo, a ballista.
Let us make use of this during battle. I've no doubt 'twould catch our foes unawares.
I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
Armor you've got.
The field of battle is what to pit us against our fellows, but that does not make cutting them down easier to bear.
You have my support.
Over so soon? Why? We seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. The day grows darker with our every step.
Where we do not fall prey to enemy ambush.
Gathering materials makes for dull work indeed.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
When tarred, be sure to avoid open flame. My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment. This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
After you, Arisen.
Tis no small wonder that Oxguards have ceased operation, given the state of things.
A shame. But the roads have grown ever more perilous of late.
This Oxguard was beset by assailants it could not shake. And this is the result.
The roads are hardly safe.
We ought to proceed with caution.
So, the fun begins again. Hey, Arisen? I don't suppose begging for a reprieve would get us far with one of this lot. Very well, if I must.
My knowledge from other worlds tells me that a forgotten riftstone lies near here. Shall I lead the way?
Well now, whatever brings you here? These are perilous times to be wandering about. You'd have us evacuate with the encampment? I am touched by your kindness, friend, but we'll manage on our own. I couldn't bear to be pressed in among those crowds.
Now, I'll hear none of that. I'll see you to safety, my dear, come hell or high water. Besides, I should hope this good soul has earned your trust by now. Helped me out of a tight spot on more than one occasion, if you'll recall. After all that goodwill and the long trek out here to warn us, we'd seem mighty ungrateful, turning our back on another helping hand extended only in kindness.
Oh, very well, my love, if you insist. It seems we'll be accepting your offer after all, friend. Would you be so kind as to escort us to our destination?
Let us see our charges to the encampment. But be mindful, the path seems much changed since last we walked it.
That was certainly worthwhile. I'll gather this. It might be of use.
Haven't you a lantern, Arisen?
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
It takes a strange ilk to elect to dwell in such hinterlands as these.
Well, here we are. How long before the evacuation begins, I wonder?
Would you find Ser Ernesto and tell him we've arrived? Let him know that we'll wait here till the time comes.
'Tis a ballista, Arisen.
Let us make use of this during battle. I've no doubt 'twill catch our foes unawares.
Would you find Ser Ernesto?
Sir, I implore you to reconsider. Surely you can see that the situation is dire.
How many times must I say it? I'll not be ordered about. Not by ye, not by anyone. Now bugger off and leave me alone.
Ah, good. You're back. I'm afraid there's another matter for which I must beg your assistance. It concerns the fellow I was just speaking with. Sir Lamond, his name is. The man's something of a regular at our hot springs. I sought him out to tell him of the evacuation, but he has flatly refused to join us. I must confess, I'm at a loss as to how I might convince him. Could I prevail upon you to try your hand? At this point, methinks anything I say will fall on deaf ears.
Perhaps we might speak with this Sir Lamond. The evacuation effort stands to benefit from another pair of hands.
Understood.
Aye? What would ye of me? Not this again. I'm here to live my life as I see fit. I'll not be ordered about by anyone, cuz. You got that? Aye. I know those two. Good people. But I don't see why I should have to be the one responsible for them. Why don't ye do it, if they mean so much to ye? Oi, I heard out your request. Kindly bugger off and leave me in peace.
Sir Lamond has refused to lend his aid, and it seems there's little hope of changing his mind. Let us inform Sir Ernesto.
I'm afraid we were not at our best.
So, Sir Lamond is not to be convinced. 'Twould have eased my mind to have him join us, but I suppose there's naught to be done. The hour of our departure is almost upon us. 'Twill be slow going, no doubt. We have wounded whom we must accommodate. Yet, come what may, I swear to see them all to safe harbor.
The people of Volcanic Island are evacuated. May they make it through the impending chaos intact.
You have my support.
Make them rule their own... Patience.
If battle cannot be avoided, 'tis fight or die.
'Tis easily done.
So close a call offers no solace in victory.